Hello everyone. Today's lesson is about exponents. Let's start. Here are the key concepts we need to understand about exponents. First is the exponential notation. It is a mathematical method for writing longer multiplication problems in a simplified manner. For example, if you have 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, it can be written as 5 raised to the power of 4. 5 raised to the power of 4 is called an exponential notation, and it has two parts. First is the exponent. In this given example, 4 is our exponent. As you notice, it is a number written in a smaller number or in a smaller manner at the upper right side of the other number. The other one is the base. In this exponential notation, our base is 5. We read this exponential notation as 5 raised to the power of 4 or 5 to the 4th power. When you say exponent, it tells the number of times the base will be used as a factor. On the other hand, base is the number being multiplied by itself repeatedly. That's why 5 raised to the power of 4 is equal to 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. Since our exponent is 4, it means we will use 5 4 times in our multiplication. So if you will count, we have here 1, 2, 3, 4 5s. Okay, and again, the operation that we will use is multiplication because again, the exponent tells us the number of times the base will be used as a factor. So factors, whenever we talk about factors, the operation involved there is multiplication. Then if you will perform this operation, 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 is equal to 625. 5 raised to the power of 4, just like what I mentioned earlier, is called the exponential notation or in exponential form. If you had expressed it in multiplication, this one here is what we call as the factored form. Then if you will simplify or perform the operation multiplication here, the answer is called the standard form. Now let's try some more examples. Express the following in factored form. First, 5 raised to the power of 7. Our exponent here is 7 and our base is 5. So that means we will use 5 7 times as a factor in our multiplication. So if we will express it in factored form, that will be 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. If you will count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of 5. Next, 10 raised to the power of 5. The exponent is 5 and the base is 10. So that means we will use 10 5 times as a factor. So if we will express it in factored form, we will have 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. And if you'll count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 10. Next one, 3 raised to the power of 4 times 7 raised to the power of 3. In here, we have two exponential notations. First is 3 raised to the power of 4. So that means we will use 3 4 times as a factor. On the other hand, we have 7 raised to the power of 3. So it means that we will use 7 3 times as a factor. So in factored form, it will be 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. These are 4 3s times 7 times 7 times 7. These are 3 7s. Now let us answer the following questions. What is the value of n in 8 raised to the power of 3 equals n? Since we're asked to look for the value of 8 raised to the power of 3, it means that we will look for its standard form. When you say standard form, it means the answer once we simplify the factored form. So first, let us express 8 raised to the power of 3 into factored form. We have 3 as our exponent and 8 as our base. So that means we will use 8 3 times as a factor. So that will be 8 times 8 times 8 equals n. And if you will solve 8 times 8 times 8, it is equal to 512. So the value of n is 512. Next, what is the value of the exponential notation 12 raised to the power of 3? Again, we're asked to look for its value, so we will look for the standard form. We have here an exponent 3 and the base is 12, so that means that it is equal to 12 times 12 times 12. And if we will compute for 12 times 12 times 12, the answer will be 1728. Next, what is the standard form of 5 raised to the power of 2 times 4 raised to the power of 3? Again, we have here two exponential notations. So let us rewrite them first into factored form. 5 raised to the power of 2 means 5 times 5. Because the exponent is 2 and the base is 5, it means that we'll use 5 2 times. Then we will still multiply it by 4 raised to the power of 3. Since the exponent is 3 and the base is 4, it means that we'll use 4 3 times as a factor. So it will be 4, that's 1 4, times another 4, that's 2 4, times another 4, that will now give us 3 fours. Okay, so we have to multiply 5 times 5 times 4 times 4 times 4 to get the standard form of 5 raised to the power of 2 times 4 raised to the power of 3. And if we do that, we will get 1600. Awesome job, everyone! You did very well in our examples. Now it's your turn to accomplish the table below. You may pause the video for a while answering. Now let's check your work. First, we have 7 raised to the power of 4. The exponent is 4 and the base is 7. So in factored form, it is 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. And if you will solve 7 times 7 times 7 times 7, its standard form will be 2401. Did you get the same answer? Good job. Now let's have the second question. We have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have 5 2's here. Since we multiplied 2 to itself several times, that means 2 is our base. And since we have 5 2's here, it means that the exponent is 5. So the exponential notation is 2 raised to the power of 5. Now if we will solve it, the answer is equal to 32. That's 2 times 2 is equal to 4 times 2, that's 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32. Now let's try the third question. We have 3 times 3, so that means we have 2 of 3's. Then 8 times 8 times 8. We have here 3 8's. So in exponential notation, that is equal to 3 raised to the power of 2 times 8 raised to the power of 3. And if we will simplify it, the standard form is equal to 4608. That is 3 times 3 times 8 times 8 times 8. Now let's have the last one. The exponent is 4 and the base is 2. So it means that we will have 4 2's. Then the other one is 6 raised to the power of 2. The exponent is 2 and the base is 6. So in factored form, that is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 6 times 6. And if we simplify this one, the standard form is equal to 576. Were you able to complete the table correctly? Good job! Because you did very well, here's a medal for you. And that's it for our lesson for today. Thank you for listening.